If you've watched The Wrong Paris on Netflix, you know it's a rom-com that thrives on charm, comedy, and a little bit of chaos. Miranda Cosgrove stars as Dawn, a small-town Texas girl with big dreams, and the movie has a delightfully tongue-in-cheek take on reality dating shows, thanks to the Honeypot, the spoofed program at the heart of the story. What's even cooler is how the filmmakers turned British Columbia into a convincing stand-in for Paris, Texas. So, how exactly did they pull it off? The process involved careful location selection, smart set design, and some clever movie magic. Let's dive into the details, from filming locations to the small, hilarious moments that made life on set as charming as the story itself. The bulk of The Wrong Paris was filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, in September and October 2024, a time of year when rain is practically guaranteed in Canada. That makes it an unusual choice for a film meant to capture the warmth and sun-drenched charm of Texas, but the filmmakers found a way to make it work beautifully. Then there was Agassiz, a small town east of Vancouver, which became the unsung hero of the Texas transformation. Streets like Pioneer Avenue and Park Street were transformed into Dawn's Paris, Texas playground. Agassiz offered the small-town charm the filmmakers needed, complete with rustic storefronts, quiet streets, and that slow-paced, welcoming feel that feels distinctly Texan. It may have been hundreds of miles away from the Lone Star State, but on film, it convincingly captured the heart of small-town Texas life. Even more impressive was the Anderlini farm in Aldergrove, which doubled as Dawn's family home. Its sprawling fields, rustic fences, and ranch-style layout made viewers feel like they were seeing a real Texas homestead. The production team meticulously arranged every detail, from the placement of hay bales to the positioning of farm animals, to ensure the ranch sequences looked both authentic and cinematic. Cosgrove noted that filming on the farm was surprisingly grounding, offering a peaceful break from the usual LA hustle and bustle. Set designers played a huge role in selling the illusion. Vintage signs, rustic furniture, cowboy hats scattered on tables, and barns painted just right all contributed to the Texan atmosphere. Every small detail was intentional, creating a cohesive, lived-in world that felt like a real place rather than a movie set. Even when the crew had to shoot in overcast conditions or on rainy days, the carefully curated design helped maintain the illusion of a sunlit, warm Texas town. One of the standout aspects of The Wrong Paris is how it cleverly pokes fun at reality dating shows through The Honeypot. This show within a movie is simultaneously ridiculous, charming, and surprisingly insightful, offering a satirical mirror to the absurdities of modern dating competitions. The filmmakers leaned into the conventions of reality TV with precision, exaggerating them just enough to make the comedy land without feeling forced. A key element of the satire is the infamous confessionals. These are the moments where contestants speak directly to the camera, sharing their inner thoughts, feelings, or petty rivalries. In The Honeypot, the confessionals are taken to an almost absurd level. Dawn often uses them to vent her frustrations, muse about romantic possibilities, or quietly panic about the chaos surrounding her. Lexi, the scheming contestant, provides a perfect foil, delivering dramatic one-liners and eye rolls that are both hilarious and cringe-inducing. The quick editing, zoom-ins, and exaggerated reactions mimic the over-the-top style of real reality shows, creating an instantly recognizable parody that also allows for genuine character moments. Then there's the golden apple, a cheeky, symbolic twist on traditional reality show tropes like the rose. Instead of roses, contestants compete for this shiny, over-the-top token, representing not just the bachelor's attention, but the absurd stakes of the competition itself. The golden apple quickly becomes a running gag, appearing in unexpected places, prompting awkward confrontations, and serving as a visual metaphor for Dawn's ongoing struggle to balance love, ambition, and her own sense of integrity. The filmmakers use it brilliantly, turning a simple prop into a multi-layered comedic device that keeps viewers both laughing and rooting for the characters. The show's in-film producers, especially Rachel, Yvonne Orji, act as both comic foils and key drivers of the story. They orchestrate fake drama, manipulate contestants, and constantly remind everyone that nothing on the Honeypot is quite as it seems. Their antics are exaggerated yet oddly believable, capturing the paradox of reality TV. Polished to perfection on the surface, chaotic and unpredictable behind the scenes. Through Rachel and the producers, the filmmakers lampoon the constructed nature of dating shows while still honoring the format's addictive charm. What makes the satire work so well is that it never feels mean-spirited. While The Honeypot exposes the absurdity of reality television, it also also celebrates the excitement, emotion, and unexpected romance that draw viewers in. The show within the movie becomes a lens through which we experience Dawn's journey, highlighting her wit, vulnerability, and determination. By exaggerating reality TV tropes without losing sight of the character's humanity, The Wrong Paris strikes a balance between parody and heartwarming storytelling. Filming The Wrong Paris wasn't all sunshine and roses. Sometimes it was mud, rain, and a whole lot of laughs. Behind the cameras, the cast and crew faced challenges that made the on-screen magic look effortless. The most talked about moment has to be the infamous mud wrestling scene. Miranda Cosgrove and Madison Pettis had to wrestle in a mud pit while it poured buckets from the sky. To make things even more dramatic, Cosgrove was battling a cold at the time. Despite shivering, slipping, and being thoroughly soaked, they nailed the scene. Off camera, though, the whole ordeal became a hilarious bonding experience. The two actresses joked that surviving mud, rain, and exhaustion together basically cemented a lifelong friendship. Then there were the ranch scenes. Pierson Fodé, who plays Trey, got a chance to shine with some real-life horseback and ranching experience. Riding horses, lassoing, and just moving naturally through the ranch sets, he made the cowboy scenes feel authentic. But authenticity came with challenges. The crew had to move heavy equipment across muddy fields, make sure the animals were safe and calm, and keep the cast from slipping or getting hurt, all while capturing cinematic shots that felt effortless. Weather was another behind-the-scenes battle. Vancouver's fall is notoriously rainy, which is great for moody dramas, but not exactly what you think of when picturing sunny Texas. The crew had to get creative to make the Canadian drizzle look like a warm, dusty Lone Star state. They used a mix of natural lighting tricks, digital color correction, and careful camera angles to keep the illusion alive. Even when clouds loomed overhead or rain threatened the shot, clever framing and post-production work made it seem like the sun was shining down on Paris, Texas, just as the story required. At the heart of The Wrong Paris is its cast. And honestly, they're the glue that makes everything work. Miranda Cosgrove as Dawn is smart, witty, and super relatable. She nails that mix of small-town charm and big-city ambition while navigating the absolute chaos of a reality dating show. You can really feel her awkwardness, her excitement, and her moments of panic, and it's impossible not to root for her. Then there's Pierson Fodé as Trey. He's got that classic cowboy charm, funny, grounded, and a little rugged, but he's not just eye candy. The guy has timing, both in comedy and romance, that makes the flirtations between Dawn and Trey feel natural. The chemistry between Cosgrove and Fodé gives the love story a heartbeat that's impossible to fake. Madison Pettis as Lexi brings that extra layer of energy and mischief. She's the schemer, the one stirring the pot, and she does it with such comedic flair that you can't help but watch her scenes twice. Lexi's antics make Dawn look even more grounded and relatable, and the back and forth between Cosgrove and Pettis adds a lot of laughs without ever feeling forced. And then you've got Yvonne Orji as Rachel, the reality show producer who's sharp, snarky, and completely unbothered by the chaos around her. Rachel keeps everyone on their toes, drops sarcastic one-liners, and balances the absurdity of the Honeypot with just the right dose of control. Frances Fisher as Birdie, Dawn's grandmother, adds warmth and heart to the mix. Her scenes bring emotional grounding, reminding viewers that, amid the chaos of reality TV parodies and mud wrestling mishaps, there's a real story about family, support, and following your dreams. She's funny, wise, and the kind of character you want to sit down with for a long chat. What really makes the cast shine, though, is how their off-camera dynamics translate on-screen. Jokes, pranks, and shared groans over challenging scenes created a natural rapport, and it shows. The friendships and playful energy make interactions feel authentic, which in turn makes the romance funnier, the rivalries sharper, and the comedy hit harder. The Wrong Paris proves that movie magic isn't just on screen, it's behind the camera too. Clever locations, smart filming tricks, and a cast that clicks make British Columbia feel like Texas, turning a small rom-com into a movie that's as charming behind the scenes as it is on screen. Thanks for watching Collider. See you next time.